Well, I got the call a few hours back, not very long ago. Uh, yeah, I got the call. At my I do through mental health association here. I get my teletherapy, and I've been with them for a couple years, and I had to change. The one gal had to go, and the owner of the place actually stuck me in because she knew I needed, because I had so many different, traumas and such. Um, well, because I went from SSI to Social Security, they finally have gotten me changed from Medicaid apparently to Medicare, and they don't cover whoever, they don't, the place that doesn't take it to Medicare. And I certainly can't afford to. And the therapist, she called me back because it was just the office, that called earlier. She called me back about an hour ago, and she just got a message that I was upset. I said, well, I was just being honest. I said, the gal said, you can pay it yourself. And I was like, she goes, and my therapist says, she goes, you can't afford that. I was like, yeah, because I get half, literally half of what somebody working a full-time minimum wage job gets. That's what I get on Social Security. Half of what a minimum wage job is. And you all think minimum wage job people have a hard time getting by. And they have EBT and housing vouchers just like I do. But they'll get Medicaid, and apparently Medicare, doesn't cover a lot of what Medicaid does. You have to add extra for dental, for hearing, for eye. All that has to be added extra. Prescription, all of that was included on Medicaid. So I get half of what minimum wage is, and now you're taking away. And she goes, no, I get it. And I said, I told you when you and I started, when I had to switch to you, because one of your employees, she goes, I remember what you said. And I said, if I ever have to, if you can't see me anymore, then I am not ever going to have another therapist, because I can't at 62. It takes, when you have as many, I've got some traumas are multiple, as far as not just multiple times, but multiple people on the same issue. But I also have multiple types of traumas. And it takes 6 months at least, sometimes up to a year, to get all of those significant traumas out and discussed to any degree before you can even start the healing work that's left. And I don't have it in me to do it again. And I told her, I said, I told you that. She goes, I know. I said, so it's not like I'm just, being a dramatic, drama queen or laying that out. I said, I've told you that, year and a half, 2 years ago. She goes, I know. And I said, and I mean that. I'm not, it's taking more out of me for that year or so that it's going to be giving me. And I don't need more out of me right now. I don't. So that's the end of that. So don't think that things aren't hitting me, because they're hitting me too. It's hitting me before it's hitting other people in my family that I'm aware of. It's hitting them. I mean, they're noticing, but it's more of a we can't eat out as often thing, more than I don't have a therapist kind of thing, you know. So, or I don't have prescriptions, or whatever. So, yeah, just just letting you know.